靠呀，没开声，没开麦当劳，不是麦当劳，没开麦克风啊。等一下，等一下，我看一下。等一下，我开个游戏，哥们，你们等等，不是没，我是麦当劳靠背，不是麦当劳。等一下，你们等等，我知道你们很急，但你们先别急。屁啦，等一下，等一下，不是，等一下。等一下，给你们看一下，出意外，出大事啊，哥们，出大事啦！等一下，各位出大事了，各位，我出意外要出了很大的意外啊！等一下，我一直以为我有崽，哥们出大事啊！哥们，怎么办啊？哥们，这都是个啥啊？哥们，我嘞，不是啊，哥们，我之前明明买的时候就下载了，可以啊，2分钟，2分钟，嘟个饮料，等一下，哥们，你们冷静点，你们有了，嘟个饮料啊。别急，我知道你们很急，但你们先别急啊！我转 A pace， 所以我也现在有礼貌 A pace 嘛。哥们儿，吹炮与生草不是啊，哥们，现在紫色恐怖吗？等一下，不要是紫色恐怖啦，哥们。等一下，丢个垃圾啊！2分，1分，现在1分，等下它要变2分了，哥们儿。等一下，让我打个招呼，打个2分钟，顺安哈鲁哈破，超慢，过来考一下吧。过来考一下啦，宝，就跑啦，宝，没提下啦，宝，没下啦，宝，约一下啦，宝，并且下啦，宝，一个下啦，宝，20下啦，宝，雨狼下啦，宝，大美哥下啦，宝 ，OK。等一下，哎呦，为什么不能给我自认真人打招呼啊？不是啊，你们在冷静啊！你妈一个脏话100个央求，你杀了我算了。然后上面写再1分钟啊，哥们，你们再等等。买了什么喝？一会儿来吧。是什么？百香霜响炮。来说还来吧。哎，我刚电影院不是电影院，我刚去，因为我忘记下载了，我以为我有载，但我没载，事实上我没有，对吧？我的网络是不是要死掉了？你好啦，哎，我载好了，可以玩了。今天看了不是看电影，我去饮料店，啊，Kill me， 谁知道好啦不？这样，可以。有了，根本有了，根本可以玩了。我扭到脚啊！哥们，我回来的时候我扭到脚啊！不对，我去买的时候我扭到脚，这样才对。Español， 我买百香啊！对啊，我直接在店门口。我那时候就爬个上坡，然后走到那个饮料店门前的时候，我的左脚直接扭了一下，我扭一下我就哎呦，然后店员就看着我跟着我哎呦，然后我就去点饮料了。不要，我只会讲 Español， 还有简体语，还有霓虹国简体语啊，没有玩过。不要调整滑块，直到电脑几乎不见。为什么它搞得很像恐怖游戏啊？等一下，今天要喝什么？我今天喝百香双响炮。老婆，我好想你。我昨天有开台啊，吧？等一下，东北腔。 几乎不可见啊，没有问题啊，没有问题。我根本就不知道哪个枪是哪个枪啊，我的哥们儿，这样看得到吗？用摆一下，因为我最近很喜欢喝酸酸甜甜的东西啊，这样也可以吧？你们听得到声音吗？请输入当前时间。炸的双响炮吗？没有啊，是卤的双响炮。9点7分8分，等下8分我就马上按下确认。主播会不会夹子音？我不会。哦，有了，我们要有捷径啊！不对，好，确定。这个干嘛啦？哦，对，你们有听到声音吗？各位，你们有听到吗？有听到吗？有吗？就当有了。对，不要多虑，我想要吃。
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what.
啊！我不小心按掉了，等一下，我不小心按掉了，等一下，我不小心按。我不小心把它按掉，等一下。为什么好啦蹦？游戏比我大多了，好吧，这也是没办法的事情。OK， 这样可以吧？这个游戏声音可以吧？好了，不管，就当做你们可以了。我哪里都不能去啊！我最近随你。
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
是恐怖游戏是不是？我只知道这个游戏会搞我。
Stanley looked,
对，你说的没错，我没有同事，我没有朋友。我关机了，看不了。第一名爸爸。
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference.
今天放假你来公司？
Nor did it
怎么
advance
想
the
今天都要上
story
班
in
吧？
any
怎么
way.
想今天都要上班啊？工作内心，我可以剪那个吗？我看到有东西。怎么想今天都要工作吧？有点可怕，哥们。看今天看人真的乱跑。为什么只有我要加班？办公室怪人。等一下，我是办公室怪人。我跟大家分享一下，我今天出门要吃饭的时候，自助餐没有开，结果是我太早去了，然后所以我就吃了 7。我的晚饭，我到底要去哪？这什么？老板在领回家就你再冲一下，那我就这样看他。帮我加薪。这个好啦，不，今天封面炸鸡，哪有炸鸡啊？他把它搞得很像，人家出现什么恐怖游戏之类的，这什么东西？侦讯室，给我回家吃自己麦啦！他进入了左边的门。
This was not the correct way to the meeting room,
对，
and
史丹利非常
Stanley
清
knew
楚，史丹利非
perfectly
常清
well.
楚。
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee
没有错
lounge first, just to admire it.
哎，这种看都可以逃过去。好，养我，汇款到以下的户头。
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
你不是我有太多东西了吧？
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
不要养了我，不是那个羊了，不是那个羊，你再想想。有人好啦不？
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
你就继续关我们，没有关系。等一下！哇！什么东西？
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now, in order to get back, he needed to go, From here, it's, left.
啊！我要过去。啊！不要！我跟你讲，我有点星座偏见啊，就是你知道双子座做什么啊？双子座就越不想做啊。你叫我进去，我就不想进去啊。你拿我怎么办？你拿我怎么办？我不能，你不能拿我怎么办？
Oh no, no, it's to the right. My mistake.
Fuck you! Fuck you! 三个地方乱了不？在搞我！在搞我！哥们！ 一键连打，哥们。
No, 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 not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly. Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute?
OK， 我等。谢谢白小姐的降落，太太辛苦了。
Let's see, we went.
好吧，我终于回没游戏。到底要去哪里？我要去哪里？降落欢迎，好啦。
Yes, I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
开车撞我吗？撞我！我能上车吗？我不能上车。我后悔了，让我上去，等一下。救命！ 救命！等一下是哇！
No! This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to. Oh, who am I kidding?
我的滑鼠右键也可以前进我现在才发现。
Story completely unusable. How about rather than waste my time trying to salvage this, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't want to so far off track. Okay, from the top. 交给我，最会搞别人心情，我最会。OK， 我又是一个很棒的史丹利了。 All of his co-workers were gone.
这代表什么意思？代表着我在大家不用上班的时候来上班。
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
OK， 一切都在我的掌握之中，那我也不用担心，一切都在我的掌握之中啊。要是我再重复进行一次原本的样子呢？代表今天放假，我来上班，内心只有工作。
Wait, what?
What?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be. Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
我发现我的右键可以前
The
进。
story somewhere or a.
Why
am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
但我花了钱玩这个游戏。
I know for
我
sure
花了
it's
钱，
here
他们
somewhere.
玩了买这个游戏根本。
It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
他每次开门都很可怕。我要走哪里啊？哥们？是一样的。我要走哪里？我想走这里，被他被椅子挡住了。我要走这里。然后走这里。这里很像会出现什么东西。等一下，在这里。 常常花钱买到粪便，有点好啦，不，应该还好。我觉得那时候看好像评价
This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you, there definitely was a story here before. Do we just
不要再重启了，哥们，我要回来了！看我绕了一大圈。
I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again. It's got to be better than this.
走路模拟
Okay,
器。
let's give it a shot. Why not?
走路模，Oh no！ 哦。OK。
All of his co-workers were
代表什么意思？代表着我们要重复了第3次。
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
什么东西？他会摔死哦！我要怎么摔死？我想先进行摔死的部分。重启模拟，这是重启模拟。
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
这只有跟你没有其他人。好，好，真的吗？摔啦，摔啦！我要去哪里？我要去哪里？你要让我去哪里？关机，随手关机啊！没钱缴电费啊！没钱缴电费啊，哥们。哪里？这个吗？
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Aha!
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story.
被骗了。
Okay, let's head back the other way
因为我
and
这游戏2
retrace our
年是啥
steps.
哦，你看起来像他妈恶灵古堡里面会出现的东西。
Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building.
这是个啥啊，哥们？
Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
回不去了。
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in the actual work. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Okay. 你好，对啊，我超会玩这个游戏。
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the TheStanleyParable adventure line.
Ow.
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
OK。带领好啦，不？什么声音啊 ？OK。嘿嘿嘿嘿嘿。
No, I'm done. We're living up to the line from now on.
哦，我还是要回去哦，扫兴哦，不会啦，怎么可能突然鬼转？怎么可能？怎么可能？我像是突然鬼转的人吗？不像。我再回去会发生什么事吗？不会发生什么事。我以为他会发生什么事。哦，那我再回去一次那个地方呢？他把它关起来了。哦 ，OK，然后他就不会讲话了。好吧，这也是没办法的事情。你这样会突然鬼转了，我才不会，我已经安排好下礼拜要玩什么游戏了，哥们，是没有办法。哦，这个游戏超好玩的，我不能关机。有人在上班玩游戏啊？我有吃过四乐冰吗？吃过，好吃，但是我每次都吃不完。
The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
Okay.
Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. I'm not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
哦， 声。对。这样给阿赖马来不？这里是哪里？嗯，这里是哪里？诶，哦，我又回来了。哦。请问现在什么环节？是一个我走反路的环节，跟观众都晕的环节。来了来了。放下去。我这怎么走啊？嘿嘿嘿，这。啊，你不能一直把别的东西掉啊！你哪没意思啊？这什么东西啊？问号。就像你跟菜菜，哎呦，我觉得我菜菜画的玩的挺好的。他等下被压扁，这个也要被压扁。屁呀！这谁走了？这给谁走了？哥们，这给谁走啊？我躲在线上面，应该躲在线上面。因为皮克斯版权爆，不要啦！哦，它是压，哦，对，它是压扁。我不能走一下偏路吗？不能走偏路啊！别玩线上游戏了，没意思啊！
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern, Stanley. This fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
好的。我就想下喇叭，我马上把喇叭。我也没歌了，没歌了。
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No.
Yeah. No.
You do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Ta-da!
No, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after after everything
没有，我才不在撞出来闪！闭嘴
anymore, to hell with it. Restart.
哦。OK， 他不讲话了，他生气了，哥们。跳不下去啊！跳不下去啊！我不能讲。
What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting.
学刺激、大胆、神秘的内容 ，OK， 没有问题。色情。
Perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in? Well, I don't know. How about this direction?
啊，不要走这里。走哪里？有，诶。
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path.
OK， 一切最有可能。听起来 so gay。只有你跟我 so gay。发挥我的想象力，500万。3000万。他是假啦，不，5亿。那一只。
Oh no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto a line from having any awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
不可以否定任何人啊！大家都有自己存在的价值啊！我上去啊！哥们，你没有价值。
A choice. We get to make a decision.
没有什么我可以做
From
决
here, the
定。
story is in our control.
只有我可以做决
How
定，不是
important
你可以
we
做决定。
mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, So I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with that counterintuitive reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? Since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
左边，不能走左边。这是什么
？Hold up, what's this?
反正发现那个是。
You're telling me
我已经玩这游戏18分钟了。屁啦！哦，对，我前面有在下载。
And we're supposed to restart the game eight
重新开始
times? That's really how all this goes?
哦。 感到无聊别找到一家书店，在黑暗中漫游，不再有重新开始，不再有办公室，有吧？然后前面有不再有办公室。谢谢周围的珍珠红茶拿铁，阿里嘎多，准备好了不？呀，哦，左边也是一样。为什么你不能做决定？因为你被制作出来了，有把布，把布。
I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
好任性哦，小亮啦，哦。
And the timer stopped.
哦，他生气了。
Does that mean did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
如果我在这个时候重新开始这游戏的话，会发生什么事吗
？How would we even know?
我会被杀掉吗？
Will something happen? So.
我会被杀掉吗
Okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you... All of his co-workers were gone.
Okay.
What could it mean?
Okay.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
我到现在都不知道可以拿这种东西。
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find
他忘记了，他忘记了，他被重启了。
touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference. Nor did it advance the story in any way. 不会。And then， 我可以去那边吗？我是不是去过那里？哦。哦。哦。你只想喝凉饮？哪有？哪有？怎么可能？我是这种人吗？ 等他一下，等他一下，看会不会前进。不会。我是。我是。好喝哦。 When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
诚实还没有错啦，史丹利就是个成熟的孩子。
Yes, this room.
我是一个好史丹利。
What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous.
不等他讲完直接走。
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. 他走了左边打开第一扇门，没有，史丹利要前进。 Stanley was so bad at
他们在前面解哭，真是不可思议。我也觉得，我还没有被ReLive踢掉，我也觉得我蛮神秘的。然后嘞， 就那叫。
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yeah. Yeah. 赢了。
All of his co-workers
我又胜利了。
What could it mean?
没有，精神胜利法，精神胜利法，哥们，这是精神胜利法。你叫我不要跳，偏偏就要跳，你能拿我怎样？你不能拿我怎样？我去跳一跳，还是我去跳一跳啊？我去跳一跳。哎，他变到这里了，哦，他变到那里了，嗯，对，他变到那里了。那我根本不知道关键那个有什么意义，但对。 这样子呢，摔得好，摔得妙，摔得下下脚。
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the
Stanley
meeting
什么都
room,
知道。
and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
好史
Perhaps
丹
he
利。
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to
刚才就骂
admire
我的
it.
是不是？
The lounge was sublime, a work
哦，
of
不一样
art.
了。
What was it about this room that called so deeply and so
它这个不
personally
一
to
样。
Stanley?
我想知道左边有什么，那你就永远不会知道。你们想要我进去，我永远不会进去。
Stanley knew
更深刻的东西，一些更黑暗的东西。
something darker.
当你注视了深渊，深渊同样注视着你。
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
钱包就是啥都没有。
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
然后嘞。
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot.
史丹利有自己的想
I'm
法。
not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you... Really? I was in the middle of something. Zero consideration for others. I'm that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you. I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully. This is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
他下来吧，那你想，深渊其实没发现你，有啦，他有发现我。他说要去哪里呀？ 他出哪个门啊？卡夫啦，不，等一下，他出哪个门啊？我忘记他出哪个门了。等一下，我忘记他出哪个。我要看自己的直播档。我要看自己的直播档。史丹利穿过了红色的门。OK， 蓝色，彩蓝色。
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red... All right, fine, go on, You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically? Do you not think I put enough time into that? And in the end, it was all for nothing because this is what you wanted to see. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Skill trees? Work with me, you give me absolutely nothing so far.
我给你我的钱，我花钱买这个游戏。
就这样啦，不。 There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. 1 2 3 4 A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1?
他好生气哦，他好生气哦，他好生气哦，他好生气哦。我一下开寿来吃，我的寿司呢？那我的寿司呢？我也想吃寿司，好想吃寿司，好想吃鲑鱼，好想吃虾子。
Let's take a look.
哦。你求哪求？太快了，太快了！摩托海亚库，摩托海亚库，是我。我们的寿司 ，yes， 我们的寿司。
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers.
不要把拿寿司往手机塞。
I forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Okay.
Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right. And if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game. All about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single.
没有，我在喝手摇啊，没注意啊。
I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just
好啊，玩别的游戏。
Let's see. What do we have here?
我要喝手摇啊。
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Okay. What the hell?
Ah, fascinating.
What the hell?
What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower. Perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
我有妻子哎！ 我有妻子哎，哥们，你们看，我有妻子哎，哇，有妻子啊，哥们，你们看，我有妻子啊，这是什么？这是什么东西？ Focus， 这是什么东西？ 这是什么东西？这是什么东西？这是什么东西？这是什么东西？算了，我有妻子哎。哇，风好大，这里好高，风好大。我有ReLive吗？这里好高，风好大。一次2、3个月，一个人跳下去，跳不下去啊，根本。阿阳哈啦预防森林大火警用大火是警用的职位，可是呢
？It is. It's an open world
那如果他失火，他是不是也被烧掉了？哼！哦，哥们，他会地震啊，哥们！
nearly wandered off into that thing.
你会地震
Big open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any. Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us
No.
Let's find another.
不要离开我的妻子
Preferably something with walls.
我不要离开我的
Something
妻
with
子
nice, big, insurmountable walls.
事情完就好啊，什么事情？
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
我懂你的意思。
Wonderful.
Okay.
See, this is exactly what I had in mind.
Okay.
Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now, this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Okay.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack.
Okay.
Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball.
所以我是球，
We shall run the bases and do a touchdown
一起触地
together.
得分，不是吧？我们是要进
I
球吧
think？ surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball.
球来了，我右边超级快，我现在开始加速，发生什么事？等一下，我是车子，我是车子啊，哥们。
Hold on. What are you doing?
Nice.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help
他地还真的好
you.
远，
How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that.
84，我不知道意思。OK， 好，各位，显然呢，我失去我唯一的朋友了。喂！完了，没朋友啦，哥们。啊，就好啦，不，没朋友啦。这是哪里？这里是我的办公室吗？这里看起来变超级可怕的，等一下，这里发生什么事？完了完了完了完了完了完了完了完了！救命救命救命救命救命救命！他是给的他是给的，迷路了迷路了，完蛋了完蛋了完蛋了！皮不皮了不皮了不敢皮了不敢皮了，哥们，不敢皮了。那谁的地下室啊？谁的地下室啊？嘿。 我没有惹他生气，我只是失去了一个朋友。等哪天单身受不了，我会变这样。有亮光，有亮光，哥们向着光走啊，哥们，向着光走啊。等一下会有人说不要啊，不要来追我，不要！这地下室有右打吗？没有，右打在我的地下室，我的办公室。哦。 好的，好的，那现在呢？诶，什么孤单狗狗？哇！
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now.
这里有肉碰吗？没
I
有，
wonder if he's
肉碰不
happy
存
with
在
his。choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos, and the fear, and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait. 哦，他重开了。OK， 这是史丹利的不知道第几次的大冒险又开始了。来，各位哈，史丹利的没有人，史丹利没有人来陪史丹利上班，所以史丹利决定自己过自己的生活。我没有伤害你，我怎么可能伤害你 ？OK， 哦，他有进展了，哥们，他有进展了 ，nice。
进展是好事。可能3包卡啦，哦，有进展了，有了。不懂，但对。
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad.
Oh.
Then it came back, and lingered for a minute or two. Now it's only half there, just a kind of, tingle. Yes, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
我不知道荧幕上面写什么，我看不懂，不会英文。哦，这里有，可以剪吗？
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
怎么这个性格很差？这就是大家离开的原因。难怪我没有朋友。难怪，沙发上
Stanley
写
sat
什么？
around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
对，我也觉得。他有中发现就可以坐在这里一段时间了吧？他有做笔记耶。这是我没有朋友的原因吗？有免费饮料可以拿吗？这是什么？这是什么饮料？不同颜色的嗨酒。来了，我们来看时钟发呆。我不能踹机器，不能。如果我出去的话，可恶啊！他已经再也不会说话了，他再也不会话了，继续发呆。这个真的有进，这个秒，这个分的部分有前进吗？ 有在前进吗？可是我不能躺在那沙发上面啊！没有意义啊，哥们，这一切都没有意义，哥们，分秒必争。不对，这个不对啊！有在前进哎，但是他感觉颇买不起，我真的买不起啊！我真的买不起啊！好像躺在上面了，好像躺在上面了。我知道秒针有在动。 这下面是什么？他们一直把东西乱丢哎！我嘞，只要我一直待在这里，他这里不用前进。你看，我就看着那边。我今天量体重48.1，跟大家分享一下。 48.1啊，这样好了，我们指到5的时候，我们就前进，你们觉得如何？指到5的时候，我们就往那边前进，因为我不知道会发生什么事情。赶快把兽打对啊！可是我在喝手摇哎，我在喝手摇。 因为我拍照哦，48.1，1.6个 pro，48.1，1.6个，这要怎么算啊？乘上，敢不敢离开这里？可是我想要等到5的时候，我再离开。 游戏里面的1分钟是我的1分钟啊。84哦，健康就好，我现在很健康，我觉得我现在超级健康的。气气的到底多少？到底多少？48.1加48。1.6个佛，一个我还有再加个0.6的我，48乘0.6，8644，8644，28加48，456。赶快秀出体检报告一堆例子，怎么可能啊？怎么可能？我是 Vtuber 哎！啊你好啦，不，我是 Vtuber 哎，这怎么可能？怎么可能？那5分钟那么久啊？是我没有耐心吗？对吧？你敢不敢时间过快一点？对啊 ，Vtuber 怎么可能1排绿字啊？没错，没耐心哦，是我没耐心，蹲在这里。然后等时间到。好，要有耐心，耐心。5分了吗？这还有1分钟。哦，还有1分钟。耐心，有耐心。我们要有耐心。1分钟的吗？1分钟的吗？你现在呢？你现在呢？为啥iPad要更新？我不知道哎，我没有我的自动更新，所以我没有发现它有更新。59没电，那我一定跟他拼了。好像是不是指到5了？快指到5了吧？像我骗着你的心一样。哦 ，so gay，so gay 。我可以走了吗？可以走了吗？为什么他那么慢？好了吗？对啊，他为什么这么慢？超慢的，为什么他的1分钟感觉像是我的80秒？不发。喂。
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room. Took the first open door on his left to get back to business. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Stanley 要往那边走。Stanley 不用去右边。有点好奇右边会发生什么。
Perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really. I'm not.
I
realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
好。哦，所以我还是要走那边。OK。这里可以摔死，我要怎么 fucking 勾带？从那边吗？那边我勾带过了。 我已经跳过了，我跳过1次了，我已经死过1次了。 我刚刚是走这边吗？
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
好，这是走红色的。
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really
你看不出来我真的一直希望你
happy?
亚洲父母，我是为了你好，我是为了你好啊，哥们。
The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here, running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now.
Okay.
Don't you see that it's killing us?
现在害死我们，不可能，不可能，我走个路啊。
I wanted to stop. We would both.
我们就这么停下来，他听起来超爱史丹利的。
And I think
他听起来就想跟史丹利在一起。
Let me show you. What do we want? What are we looking for?
真的是为了你好，没有错啦。这是什么？
Here.
哇哦！
Oh, it's
哇哦！
beautiful.
史丹利终于疯了。
If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy. No, wait. Where are you going?
不，你就想要开心。
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
听起来快疯了。
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley. No! Oh, thank God. You lived. No. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you
Okay.
Go
back.
Why are you doing this?
Go back. 不要用了情绪绑架我啊。
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? My God.
他听起来超碎的，他听起来超
Throw
碎的。
yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it.
史
You
丹
were
利已经
literally
从上
willing
面
to
掉
kill
3
yourself
次
to。keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out
他
of
越
it.
走越慢，他越走越
I
慢。
don't know anymore.
太走不 anymore， 他听起来好难
I guess
过。
that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all.
听起来超难过。哎，他配音配的超好哎。哦，还是我去跳一跳。哦，他越走越慢了。哦，史丹利。如果再回去怎样？我不知道哎。再跳一次，如果史丹利还活着，我就回去。
Is it over?
It's over.
It's going to restart, isn't it?
他超难
I'm
过，
going back.
他听起来超难过，他听起来超难过哎。
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
哦，他现在真的为你两个真的，他越难过我越开心。不对，哎，没有在显示那个嘞，没有在有那个嘞。哎，他没有嘞。哇哇哇哇哇哇哇！他都渐渐不讲话、啊，不是他生气了，他生气。Lupo 善于惹人生气的，善于惹人生气的家伙。
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two?
OK 啊，我很爱我的房间啊。
Love a room? I mean, truly, deeply, madly love. Yes, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
看不懂，他的简报怎么是 A 字的？OK， 这是你说什么我做什么啊，哥们。
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss.
史丹利的道歉一直都很有，一直都很诚恳。哇！哦，3，哎呀，来了！你看不懂，我看得懂，没有办法，休想！到底到了没有？对啊，斯乐冰要回归了。刚刚他们有说，可是好像，因为我斯乐冰通常都不会喝完。 冰太甜了，会不会版权啊？这听起来很像咖啡厅会出现的音乐。这游戏不能 TS， 连跳都不能跳，连滑铲都不行。这冰好喝了，但是我觉得它太甜了，就像冰旋风一样。 就甜甜的好吃，但是就是太甜了。接下来哦，史丹利哦，唱反调阿婆。我到了没？我到了没？到了没？跟文品不是文品，诚品书店会出现的音乐啊！完了，我出不去了。 他唱歌哎，我出不去，这正常的吗？怎么办，哥们？我太纸好亮，好痛我的眼睛，救我！他在唱歌。 让史丹利出去。好啊，现在既然都这样了，也是没有办法的事情，也没有办法，无所谓啊，真的、啊，你就把我继续关在这里啊，无所谓啊，你就把我关在这里啊。好啊，我们都这样，我们各过各的生活啊，我们各过各的生活啊，无所谓啦，真的没关系啊，不要在乎我没有关系啦。好，就这样啦，就这样啦，就这样，你就继续这样把我关在这里啊，无所谓啊，无所谓啊，真的无所谓啦。 我就一直卡在这里，可以，我就一直卡在这里。我不知道为什么被关在这，怎么办？这游戏真的有版，这音乐真的有版权，真的假的？是一海啦，不，完蛋了！我把这游戏玩坏了吗？怎么办？哦，现在是被关电梯环节啊，怎么办？怎么办啊？哇，48.1算胖吗？ OK.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
不一样了。
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
哦。哦。左边。
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
然后进到这里。
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
这里是哪里？为什么会有火车的声音？
But Stanley just couldn't do
对
it.
，Stanley 做不到
He。considered the possibility of facing his
可以
boss.
这样承认自己在
Admitting
工作时
he
间
had
擅
left
自
his
离职，
post
没有办
during
法，
work
没有办
hours.
法。
He might be fired for that. And in such a
为什么要冒这个
competitive
险？
economy, why had he taken
因为这家公司没给我
all
钱，
because he believed
这里
everyone
根本什么人都没有。
his boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical
就绕圈
sense.
圈啦。
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he
我真的
see
低头看不到自己的
when
脚
he
啊！
was down? Why did doors close automatically behind him
看
wherever
不到自己的
he
脚。
went?
好
And
吃
for
外面
that
吃，
matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
吃
Were they simply
问
repeated?
就吃。
No, Stanley said to himself, this is
No.
all too strange. This can't be real. And at
No.
last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it.
看不到自己的
I'm
脚。
dreaming! He
没有
yelled.
我
This
在
is
做梦，我
all
花
a
钱买这个是
dream.
1、1、2、1、
What a
4。
relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an
我就继续
explanation.
走。
His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to
我
lose
继
his
续走
job. He
别人
wasn't
是为了领薪水
going，to
连老板都没有
thought
啊
to！himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon.
我在绕
I'll
圈
have to
圈
go back to my
圈圈
boring real-life job pushing
圈
buttons.
圈，什么
I
清明节，
may
享
as
受一
well
下
enjoy
清
this
明
while
梦，
I'm still lucid.
享受一下清明
So
节。
he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
我不会想让自己飞起来，然后漂浮在
Then
地
he
面上。
imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered
我
Stanley's
嗑药。
one he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head
因为我花钱请你
dictating
聘，
everything
请
that
你
I'm doing
入
in
侵我的脑袋。
Now
苏
the
放，苏
voice
放啊，
is
不！
describing itself being
苏放，
considered
救
by
命！苏
Stanley,
放。
who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my
这天领钱把公
thoughts.
司来讲，我只有20
And
块。
while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course,
如果我不动
this
呢？
was not a dream.
唉，如果我不
How
动
could
呢
it？be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself,
如果我不动
believing
呢
that？if he's asleep, he doesn't have
对，
to
这
take
个工资只有20块，我的
responsibility
薪水只有
for
20块。
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too, surely, surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was
没有没有，
in
是你失
control,
控了，是唐白
that
失
this
控
was
嘞
a。dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
大家晚安。
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of
大
the
晚
mattress on his
安。
back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me
所以
wake
我睡在
up,
公园吗？
he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my
所以我
job.
睡在公园吗？
Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want. I want my apartment
我有
and
妻
my
子，
wife
我真的有妻子
and。my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is
哦，我
normal.
在车站吗？我在台北车站，过得很好，大家。
Everything will be fine. I am okay.
It's fine。
Stanley Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office.
Wow.
I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice?
Wow.
Who am I? Who am I?
Oh.
And everything went black.
Wow. Wow.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this. And in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day.
姐报警啊！姐报警啊！姐
would affect her career, and by extension,
帮叫救护车啊！姐
she had no time for this, so it was only a moment.
不是姐帮叫救护车，根本
down at the body, and then she turned and ran.
那你就跑了啊！OK。史丹利疯了，我也疯了。
Hi Stanley, just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
感觉有戏，听不懂但对。哎，他完全不讲话嘞，完了，我看他完全不讲话了，哇！
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
我照他讲的走试试看。
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
照他讲的跑看。 哇！哇！他们要开心，对他要开心，总是要讨别人开心一下，惹别人生气那么多次，可以吧？可以吧？该让他们开心一下。 鲁波善于惹人生气，也善于讨人开心。
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
那个键盘，看好了不？那个键盘。
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
我的人生是一场戏啊，哥们！楚门的世界。好暗。楚门的世界有，对吧？对吧？对吧？因为我前面不听他很多次拉盘。
Descending deeper into the
有料对吧
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question.
不过我没有看过《楚门的世界》，但我知道，我知道他在干嘛。我知道整部大概是怎样，但我没有仔细看，没有看过那一部。
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would be death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
我大概，反正我知道它剧情是什么。
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
我喜欢跟人一起看电影。哇哦 ！OK， 我会摔死。Nice。哦，什么东西？
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story. Trapped forever in his narrow vision, perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief
短暂浅薄人生的这个暴力结局。别了，史丹利，拜喽。What?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly. And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Wow.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh! Wow! Wow! 办公室，按住成这样。哇！哇！ 办公室电脑，可是他们刚搞的很像恐怖游戏啊！办公室时钟，老板的办公室。游戏地下部分的一个早期版本，又被我玩到幕后，我不。 旁白信用片段，最终在游戏有功能使用。哦。OK。OK， 可以回地下室？不行，不行吧？哇！自由结局。倒计 时。哦 ，OK， 按 radio， 我以为他叫我按按钮。这种倒计时式，监控式电梯，出口。我不知道有没有办法耶。哦，这是哪里？游戏设计样稿，所以这些都是那个嘛，42金。叫大家来找茬哦。柜子不一样。哦，休息室，喂，那休息室，这是早期版本。OK， 这啥？公寓计时器。在干嘛？不接电话会导致一个不同的结局哦。所以我刚刚那个电话是必接。会议室。看好酷哦！这是什么？这是什么？结局拉杆。预告片，某种精神。那是婴儿。我刚从哪里来的？菜单结局。我刚从哪里来的？这里哦。那有史丹利电竞啊？我不知道。史丹利电竞椅。哇哦！超豪华版预告。抱歉各位，我买不起豪华版，是我不够好。这种酷的东西，我也想知道。这游戏好棒哦！没有办法啊，这都全白战区。We can fight。是这个解决史丹利会让与危险的作战，这个动作游戏将会获得意识，并将对坦白发动战争。哇，我们在这对游戏了太多戏虐和无厘头了。另外，有些人认为都是在学校涉及游戏爱好者，这不是我们的本意。哦，哇哦，这游戏好棒哦！这是什么？这是什么？From 不啦。partner go OK， 给唐白的电子邮件 OK， 然后呢？我记得出口在哪里啊？出口在哪里啊？那啥啦都在哪里啊？等下，我找不到出口啊，根本这里吧。
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another.
How
they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
然后嘞，不讲了，听起来蛮 gay 的，说真的。那个唐白跟史丹利都有点 gay 啊，而且唐白一定是0，跟大家分享一下。
Can you see how much they need one another?
Gay.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Cat. 接受命运吧。史丹利是1，唐白是0。Nice。对，肉饼。啊。他没有前进耶。没有前进哦，有嘞。What the hell? 我不知道，我心上喊喇叭，我自己现在在干嘛都不知道。它的亮到随便按你看看，我按了好多个了。史丹利不知道怎么做啊？史丹利好亮。好亮，好亮！天哪！所以呢，现在我到底该怎么做？按着给他应该不行。
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
等等，你要走在正确的道路上吗？所以现在我要拯救他们两个吗？照着他说的话走吗？
Oh, new content? What does that mean? New content?
Hello, and thank you for playing The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, The Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
我花200块进来导览，别这样嘛。
Step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here?
Okay.
Should we?
超级豪华版。
Should we be moving?
被关在一个超级破的
there we go.
电梯里面。
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
其实，在某方面来说，史丹利没有这个旁白的话会疯掉哎。有这个旁白也会疯掉，但不一样。
Say initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe mostly tedious.
豪华导览车。
Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Okay.
All right. All right. Let's see. The jump.
跳跃术。
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content,
then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there.
20个小时，我会睡着。
30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable UltraDeluxe, now with over
超好玩，
1,000
超好玩内容就是搭电梯游戏。
Oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes, I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Mrs. Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no guilt, just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
来，好神哦！哦，哇，哇，哇 ，OK。
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something. Oh. You don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
但是我是个书呆子哎，因为我是个书呆子啊，哥们。
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
OK， 这是照你说的。
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
OK。喂。
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new UltraDeluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I can store all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Okay.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game was back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
这种怀表，我也想要怀表。钱，我也想要钱。这里有 WiFi 吗？显然应该是有吧。我等下就断网，然后没办法直播，那就是没有了。哇哦！哦，史丹利不能走过去。这里有钢琴，这里是他小。
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now.
只有一个小时新的电梯内容。
elevator content.
不能进去，好吧？它也是 Apex， 对，严格来说它也是 Apex。对，但是对，我可以转它吗？不行。
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
就还没鬼转 Apex，
最近
有点想打 Apex， 就想玩农场游戏啊。
And one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content.
我不能在这里 SG， 我什么都不能做啊！我只能蹲着啊，不能这样。吃灰。可是还是会想要玩别的游戏。不能走这里。我刚从这里来的吗
？These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back.
我愿放弃就回到有用那么沉，不要。
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even
我喜欢，我兄弟喜欢这款游戏，我跟他不一样，我喜欢我兄弟。OK。
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining.
Wow!
Funny? I'm trying to be funny.
It's
a serious work of art.
Wow!
I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
我愿放弃换回那个时间真正的破破，但我做不到，因为破破知道不成。我一直很纯洁，好不好
？Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy?
哎，这不是痒痒的头贴吗
？Am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh goodness.
对，长发是挺欠揍啦，但是那种觉得闹笑。
I always woke to be
最喜欢惹这种人生气。
thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it. Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure.
哦，没事，你是最棒的。
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot.
Wow.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue. Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have so much to do again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
Uh-oh.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been... But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. Where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
又疯了一个。
The end is never the end,
又疯了一个。
is never the end, is never the end. Is...
它太漏水。哦。哦。 哇，史丹利现在几岁了？哇，大自然，哇，哇，哇哦，欢迎来到上古时代。哇哇！根本这里啥都没了，根本我不能扑他了。Oh damn！ 我不能扑了，没得扑啊，根本。 OK， 各位，啊，接下来剧本如下哈，我会穿过这边的沙漠，然后带着我的女儿，然后因为我们一组就这样，就是缺水缺食物啊，然后就这样走在路上，然后我女儿会死在这附近，然后我为了找一个神啊，雷神索尔，雷神索尔。 哎，单身这游戏有趣啊！单身，玩嘛，单身。我要回到那个地方了吗 ？OK， 走。可是它是新的，它有新的。
And if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
我也觉得，我也希望。他已经坦白渐渐不一样了。救急豪华版。
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something
我按宝宝
very
了。
exciting to show you.
我已经按宝宝很久了。 这救急豪华版呢，根本救急豪华版呢，谁不喜欢救急豪华版？听起来就很吸引人。
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable. and about how round
反正这个好好的超好好的辩论，不让人失望。
The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new
要不然我的
content
美亚
should
哥们，
live up to that legacy. So forget
哥
this
们，
ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one
我们要
step
更进一步
even
附录里
further.
它。
Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
2。哇！
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to
小
a
学小宝就真的好棒
re-release
多
with a
了。
few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll
真
cover
的好
with
棒
a
哦！
fully-fledged sequel, an entirely new experience built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. They could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
哇哦！我也想要这种架子，这种桌子，买不起的沙发。第二版内容。
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than UltraDeluxe, don't you think? UltraDeluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
这好像 IKEA。安心桶，我们去找安心桶。
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a solution to this fundamental problem.
安心桶是安心雅的朋友吗？安心雅不排除提高。
Reassurance bucket. You see, Stanley,
热的时候只要你拿着水桶，这里根本就没有水桶啊。
calm and ease will fill your
这里没有水
mind
桶啊。
and heart. It's true.
哦，有了。
As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal.
OK， 有人要买这个水桶吗？
comforting.
有我亲切哦。
come to long for the gentle
你说
embrace of jarring
这个水桶在我怀里的时候，就只是我喝酒喝过头，然后那边狂吐，再抱着它吧。
It's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
这有这个水桶吗？
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do?
OK， 我现在只差几罐啤酒，然后跟几个冰块，然后放在这个里面，然后让我去找我的朋友。OK， 这个可以拿，很亮，这可以拿吗？要开始吐了吗？
All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
OK， 所以我要一直拿这个水桶到处走咯。OK。
Does anyone give out awards for
电子游戏中最让人愉快的水桶奖吗？
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, Stephanie. It is.
Lupo. 我天哪。OK。If you happy， 有什么不可以？你开心就好，哥们。
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with no. I've made my decision. We're moving on.
我根本就 Lupo， 没礼貌。这是啥？看不懂。看不懂。
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever.
的确，大家都需要这个。
Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue on.
按G 回到地面。
Great.
I'm
very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
这里，它不会掉这里。我准哪里？
Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but there really are so many other facets prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again, so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know. I told you the hole was infinite, but come on.
骗人！哎，救急豪华版，然后在那边说什么无限坠落，然后事实上有底啊，哥们，骗人啊！这是骗人的游戏啊！骗人的游戏啊！骗人啊！这游戏，我们都说了一些违心的话。原来我们在谈恋爱吗，哥们？还敢开台打呀
？If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
然后那谁啊？那史丹利吗？那谁啊？那个女人是谁啊？安心雅。那个男的又是谁啊？这是哪里啊？
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident?
Hey.
Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist.
Oh, 救急豪华版
is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel.
救急豪华版都是骗人的。
satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
哦，骗人呐！救急豪华版，完了，诈欺，广告不实啊！广告不实啊！
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
什么？哇！
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the ⟹StanleyParable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Okay.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
走掉累，我不要运动。我不要运动，我不要运动，这是什么？
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready?
Okay, Andy.
Here it is. I give you The Stanley Parable 2. Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this.
Oh, okay.
Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags.
True.
And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to be a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
What the fuck?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a message telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. 好亮，好亮，进到那个天堂都觉得好亮。你不动，我不动。
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
没什么改变，除了有气球以外。Okay.
Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up. Stanley picked up the bucket.
Okay. 我真的决定遵循他讲的话来做。
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
水桶做得很好，水桶是我的好朋友。只要我一直这边来回踱步的话，他拿我没办法。
Being here with the bucket was a
没有错，
grand adventure.
水桶 就水桶不会背叛自己。共同经历的一切，首先穿过右。
Then walking to the lounge, then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired.
太神了，太神。
Never mind.
没事，水桶你也是个很棒的水桶。
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Okay.
No, said the bucket. No. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do. Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
好水桶，你是个好水桶。耶哈不，你是个水桶，别听他那边543，你最棒。
In here, said the bucket. Go into this dark room over here. Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
好，回不去，好吧。老鼠，哦，神仙。哦，真的好黑哦。你去打那个我觉得很可怕，不要。
Now pick up the phone.
OK， 哦，好亮。
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend.
对，一个单身玩给我看，但是他的 demo 版。
believe the bucket could speak to him.
没关系啊，水桶是我的好朋友啊。哎，我的水桶嘞，嘿，水桶，耶！你好，史丹利，是你的水桶，按欧带着我一起工作。
The TheStanleyParable reassurance bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders.
屁啦，水桶会。
Hearing the bucket say to him,
水桶会。水桶会，我的水桶嘞，水桶。嘿，按 U 带你回家，没有问题，我们回家。
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over
一个没有生命的金属体，不是你这样说我的小水桶。没事的水桶，你是最棒的，你是最棒的水桶。这里谁都不能信啊！按 V 回去工作。
Well, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket.
水桶，
It can't think.
水桶，我们要回家喽，水桶。下班了，下班了。
All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location.
今天也是一个非常
It doesn't do
辛苦的一天呢。谢谢你陪着我。哎，让我们回家 ，OK。
You see, he's not listening.
水桶。
He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time, it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is this awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
呀，你要听他讲话。忽略你生命中除了我以外任何人，没有问题。
It's sad. I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket.
水桶不会背叛我，水桶不会说谎骗我，水桶不会惹我生气，不会让我不开心啊。
Well,对吧，水桶 ？The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
相信我是真实的，对吗，史丹利？没有错，你是真实的。
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite
水桶真实存在啊，哥们。
bucket.
这个水桶真实存在啊。
What am I trying to say?
你们看它多可爱。
Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid.
真的水桶，水桶真实存在。
Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
重温这一天，一天有一遍，没有问题。这里吓到我了。哇，我现在连哪里都会去。不准你这样说我的水桶！我最棒了，我水桶打去你们的脑袋，你们可能会死掉，打爆你们天灵盖盖。回家工作，回家工作，回家工作，工作，工作。
No, what's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket.
再打我快点 ，gay。
抖
N 俱乐部。
哇，
双人小套房，我跟水桶的双人小套房，还有个水桶。
Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now. Give it, or I'll. 水桶，
我要按什么？我要按什么？水桶。水桶。
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
我的水桶呢？水桶。
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed.
还有水桶啊！我跟水桶大冒险又开始了。Lupo 与水桶的大冒险，只有水桶不会让你不开心。
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
各位，我买超级豪华版内容都是为了这个水桶啊！各位，谁不喜欢水桶？
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth.
现在比以前更需要水桶温暖和安慰。水桶，我的公司谁都不在，就只有你陪着我，没有人愿意来好好的上班，就只有你跟我跟这个咖啡杯。水桶，没事的，我们一起走。哇！
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
老板。
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these. Only the intrinsic pleasure.
工作完后的内心的快乐，很单身做完报告的样子。
Sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So I implore you to say.
他们想 say 的，但是在做报告的样子。
One of these beautiful figurines.
原来会有彩蛋吗？我不知道啊。那我再回去嘛？我回去得了吗？好像回去不了。 但我回去不了，好吧？我早点这种结局，啊，没关系啦，再看看。
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned.
老板，我可以跟这个水桶在一起吗？
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
什么七闪飞舞，没礼貌。
In his darkest of hours, did the bucket
还有水桶的温暖，
guiding
没
light
错的。
pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos? It would be with him always.
跟水桶永远在一起 ，forever.
And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable.
957.
Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the pin number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code.
没有错，我的运气都用在这里啊，各位。
Was it that the bucket knew
没事的，水桶，你是最棒的小
Was
水
the
桶。
bucket guiding him? Yes. This is certainly the most logical explanation.
等我一下。你干，不要骗我啊！不要骗我啊！给个 PNG 吧，哥们。看怎么都是，怎么都有背景啊？哥们别骗了，别骗了，哥们，我查是 PNG 档哎。等一下。不给我哦，好吧，算了。我本来想去下载一个 PNG 的水桶，结果它都有背景。
Another miniature Stanley figurine. You know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands?
Okay.
Stanley figs. What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another
好，你喜欢就好，有什么比你喜欢更重要的呢？下去。
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket, soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
水桶要跟我一起走，水桶要跟我一起走。
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, "Mind Control Facility."
逃生孔，不是那时候觉得。快撒啦豆！哎，我的水桶呢？我的水桶还在 ，nice。
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Okay.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped.
Oh no! 水桶，我们的生活都被监视着。这真的是水桶，他竟然哭出来。没事的，水桶，没事的，水桶，没事的。我会保护你，小水桶，你最棒的小水桶。没事的，永远是我的小水桶，有我在。没事没事。
Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feet.
真的有水桶了！我真的有水桶了！等一下，大家等我一下，我有水桶了！耶！我有水桶了！泡泡与他的小水桶，泡泡与他的小水桶在哪里 ？OK， 根本我有水桶了，我有水桶了！ 泡泡与他的小水桶，霸气趴下。OK， 泡泡与他的小水桶，一起开台啊！我们 forever together。哎呦，什么偷灌水
？No！ He screamed into the
No！ 接下来哦，真的，一模一样，真的看起来一模一样，超好笑。
Never！ He squeezed the bucket tighter.
水桶是我唯一的朋友了，没事的小水桶，你是最棒的小水桶，我们 forever together。OK， 不要怕水桶，不要怕水桶。
The heart of the operation, controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
因为当时在做报告，他 so busy。我可以上去吗？我连找他出门去看个展，他都要瞧时间呢。这可以爆炸吗？不行。怎么变水桶？水桶是我现在唯一的朋友啊，阿水。我现在谁都不信啊。他是我们 forever together 啊。是在哪里？ 什么单身辛苦了？是在上面。你可以进去啊，我不能进去啊。那我不能进去啊！我可以在水桶买一个角落玩，不行。水桶是我永远的朋友。 别人讲，如果你们不相信生活上任何人啊，你们只要相信水桶就可以了。跟水桶多跟身边的水桶说话，好不好？单身压力这么大，也该跟水桶说话了。什么？
When at last they came to the source of the room's power,
Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
小水桶，你要选什么呢？
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
Wow.
Birds. Silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
水桶，你觉得呢？哇，色情！
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hand, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
还有鸟，对吧，小水桶？我的小水桶呢？小水桶哦，小水桶，哎，人在这里。
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out.
找唐白的头啊，有点没有办法，我现在都没有看过唐白啊。没事啊，水桶，我们走。
Never mind. The bucket was wrong.
水桶 ，go go go.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and went straight ahead to the opposite door.
小水桶，我们去维修。
I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
Whoa! Wow!
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley.
No, 小水桶才是最重要的。
The first game, like the adventure and the broom closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket,
没有，我没有在上面花很多时间。我跟那小水桶感情的，小水桶不会伤害我。我不想要，我只想要小水桶。不行，你拿走小水桶，我就要退出 ReLive。不要 ，No， 休想，不要，不要，我只要水桶 ，No，No。 王爷，好啦，不，王爷，我现在有水桶了，王爷开太辛苦了，不要，对，我要跟我的小水桶 forever together， 谁都不能阻止我，我就待在这里，啥都不干。OK， 我要待到什么时候？ 它会一直，它会出现什么东西吗？对啊，小水桶，救急豪华版小水桶啊，梦叶，救急豪华版。你都不跟我 forever， 没有办法，望叶，我们已经 forever together 啦。望叶，我跟你们讲，干，我一定要跟你们讲，我现在很生气。我跟你们讲哦，望叶他吼，小俊他哪够？ 小月万一他昨天找我打那个伤黑盘，然后他跟里面的 NPC 结婚啦，我就跟他讲过了，我们不能以跟网络上的人在一起。 好不好？网络上的人会骗你，他会欺骗人感情。有些人网恋骗你8颗大电啊！我很怕万一变成那种就是被骗的那种人啊！我就跟他讲不行啊，不酷，好不好？望叶，我现在就直接开台骂你啊！可是他每天给你4000金币，嫁了，这可以嫁了，完全没有东西出来，骗我。可以嫁，万一这个可以嫁，这可以嫁。然后我。
Line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
400，我刚刚讲4000吗？一定是哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒。对，400金币。
This is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to
揣嗑药和乱搞。不，我没有。No， 我没有。我的内心就只有小水桶。不要，我不要放弃小水桶，我不要放弃小水桶。不，谁都不能让我放弃小水桶。
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
No.
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character.
I don't care.
So much personality.
不要，如果你夺走我的小水桶，我就退出ReLive。不要。 不可以夺走我的，你不可以夺走它。No, no, 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 no.
Go ahead now, Stanley.
不要。
Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
不要。不要。No.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the bucket destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows.
我不要。
That is its
我不要，今天就算是ReLive的 BOSS 下一叫除掉这个小水桶，我也都不干。
Only one personality trait deserved to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters. Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it for the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
对不对？小wow！吓到我了。小水桶，小水桶。
Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Nice. Nice. Wow. Wow. 小水桶
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
Hello.
Warmth.
耶，温暖在我的心中怀中蔓延开来了，各位。
He was home.
谁不喜欢小水桶呢？对吧？小水桶。
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the
小水桶，我们
door
一
on
起
his
走，
left.
我们 forever together。看，哒啦哒啦哒哒。哎 ，How we can fight it? I don't know.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet.
No.
It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy?
No.
It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the
他要水桶
bucket.
干嘛？
I can really
可
feel
是他要水桶的
it's
话
a，bucket.
那我
It
要
belongs
那
in a
那
broom
我什
closet.
么都没
That's
有
what the
了。
broom closet
水
is
桶是
trying
我的
to
一
say
切，
here.
它跟我
It's a
forever
bit
组
with
别
the
了，
other
不过它不需要跟
bag.
其他清洁用品在一起。
Stanley, don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right
杂
now.
物
But
间
you
就
have
是一
to
个
be strong. This
巧
is your
那个
bucket. This is
挑
your
拨离间的
companion
挑拨离
and
间的家伙。
lifelong friend.
你不喜欢小水桶，我只喜欢碰。可是我爱屋及乌，敬而喜欢。你不可以喜欢小水桶。
Now it seems. This is
你
how
不可以喜欢
low
小
the
水桶。
broom
你们这样
closet
跟
is
杂物间有
sunk
什
that
么
it
不
has
一
to
样？
resort to this stream of petty insults
丢脸，
simply
杂
in
物
order
间
to get you
丢
to
脸
hand。over the bucket. Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons.
Oh.
And even this is worse than I had imagined.
哦，
And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and
没有，
lasting
我们是
friends.
永恒的挚友。
That your
我们
relationship
才不
is
是
purely，
我们才
superficial
不
and
是
weak.
表面的，我
That
们
your
是
life
forever
is
together
so
的朋友，
banal
好
and
不好？
meaningless that you'd feel the same
No,
sort
no,
of
no,
kinship towards any
这个
inanimate
幻想遇到无
object
生
which
命物
happened
体
to lay in your path
以
in an
一个
even
不会有人的方式
enticing
感
manner.
到同样情，可是
Never.
小水桶不会背
Go
叛
on,
我，
Stanley.
好不好？
Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its
为杂
demeaning
物间的
comments.
贬低言论自
Expand on the
你
wide variety of
贝贝
experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point
为
by
什么
point.
为什
Share
么
your
杂物
journal
间？
entries detailing the rich
为什么
emotional
杂物
landscape
间？
of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years.
为什么我们的杂物间很那个呢？对呀，我找不到我的语音啊，我的语音包在哪里啊？有了有了。
Okay, I've
Where
got
are
you
you
something
so
which I
bad?
think will help settle
Where
this
are you
debate
so
once and
bad?
for all.
Where
Here we
are
go.
you so bad?
There. Now it's settled. No more debate.
他有名字
no
了，
more
他有名字
discussion.
了。
Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering
Yay!
philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
我的小水桶了，它现在是我的小水桶了。
All right, I've got a second sticker back
Yeah,
here,
dear
and
father,
I'm
dear
going to
father.
snap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see?
Yeah.
I feel that it works because
我有
the sticker
我有
is
两个
also
两个
a
贴纸。
bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or
我有两个
not,
贴纸
you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket.
是
There
一个小
really
水
is a
桶。
wide variety of applications for
哇
this sticker.
我小水桶上面有小水桶。那这个有个贴纸吗？
You know what? I could take the name calling and the dismissal
水桶
of
的
your
亲
friendship
属
with
关
the
系的
bucket,
否
but
定。
now the broom closet is just giving us the silent
我
treatment.
也想要
And
这
to
个
be
水桶
honest,
贴纸。
I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room
冲动
of
的
cleaning
亲
supplies.
情用品。
Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
可以让小那种 ʟᴏᴏᴏ 吗？所以我要出去了嘛？我跟你讲，我跟小水桶感情很好，我们 forever together。OK， 我们 forever together。所以就算你想要把小水桶交出来，我也不会给你小水桶。OK，see you，拜拜。
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked
找老板，
upstairs to the boss's office.
我刚刚是找过老板，刚刚好像找过老板。那我带小水桶去搭电梯。小水桶，我们去搭电梯。现在不知道会不会卡住，但对，同心协力，同心协力 ，nice。Forever together。我们又要在卡很久啊。水桶性恋。哇，没戏，哥们。那我们去，啊，完了，上锁。整天又去老板这里了。
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the... But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
对，水桶什么都知道，都是水桶告诉我的。
Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
这个晚上，好吧。哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒。走了，小石头。我又被这个吓到了。我们要去哪里的小水桶
？Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door.
我们逃生一次好了，小水桶。我们 forever together。我们一起勾带啊，小水桶。史丹利和水桶将会双双惨死，没关系，我们 forever together。
The door behind them was not shut.
小水桶，你
Stanley
看，
and the bucket still had
我
every
们要死一
opportunity
死
to
死的。
turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Go 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 go， 小水桶 ，go go 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 go， 我们要死一起死，好吗？好了，小水桶，我们一起被压扁吧。 一起结束这场直播吧，小水桶。
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself. And he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying the bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
拜拜，再见了，小水桶。OK。
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end.
No!
As it was crushed
没有，是我们两个一起死掉。小水桶。
It was a shame, the death of such a
这么了不
magnificent
起的水桶死
It's true that all buckets are radiant in their
最后
own
都以自己
way,
的水桶
but this one
这
stood
个水
above
桶
the rest.
高于
It
其他
was
水
a
桶。
glorious bucket to behold.
我的水桶呢？等一下，欢迎大家来到水桶站。你正站在知识的悬崖边上，就像水桶本身是空的一样，人类也经常头脑空空，是一个巨大的空洞。但通过使用你面前的展品，头脑会变得充实丰富，不再空虚。关于水桶和它的历史知识，是我们真正拥有的唯一真知。你会不会把在这里学到的所有东西带去外面的世界呢？你会以开放的心态接受本展览中的信息可能存在的挑战吗？你会因为这个展览而改变自己和你所爱的人的人生吗？还是会视而不见，继续像以前一样生活在无知和黑暗之中呢？希望我将来另一半也喜欢水桶。因为ReliveLupo童叟，各位啊，童叟无欺ReliveLupo版小水桶啊，那个啊，Lupo清奸版，Lupo清奸版。哦，它这个水桶照会才挺好的。没有，这是我的水桶。
Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
由于一次接触到这么多水桶的新快感，摄影师经历了几个星期的紧张性休克。我操！这种事，那有水桶你们看水桶。这个水桶被描绘成有2只提手，这个样的设计在现实中从未被创作出来。 因为人们认为它太危险，是鲁莽的实验。每年都有数十人因为尝试这样做而被处死。但有2个，这个水桶好棒！地狱水桶的复制品，它在中世纪的时候具有非常强大的诱惑力，以至于驱使几十个国家为了控制它而彼此开战，数十亿人死亡。尽管如此，一个简单的事实仍然存在：没有人能控制了水桶。看到爆了，好啦，都！哇哦！ 洞灭血法。虽然我们不知道水桶早于人类存在，但我们不知道多久。这幅洞穴绘图描绘了早期人类发现石桶实际用途的情境。那时水桶可能已经存在了成千上万年。请注意看这些图画中，水桶是如何允许自己被使用的。它已经判断出人类配得上它的宝贵了。哇哦！我也好想逛这种展览哦！我的天哪！我可以拥有我的小水桶，把我小水桶还给我好不好？
It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
悬吊的水桶，这副臭饼箱的水桶和人类之间必要的关系，无论我们对水桶的把握有多清晰，还有更多的东西总是遥不可及、不可避免的。这种距离是为了我们自己的利益。无底洞哎！我的小水桶。
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as...
休想从我身上夺走我的小水桶！休想！谁都不能夺走我的小水桶！
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
对吧
Stanley picked up the bucket. He'd never be alone.
小水桶，各位，小水桶啊！ 我有水桶！哎呀，哎呀，真是开心啊！
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
我们就这样等待时间过去吧，小水桶。没有办法了，我们 forever together.
Truly, being here with the bucket was a grand adventure. Stanley reflected on all they'd been through. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
现在有没有去过上面 ？OK.
No, said the bucket.
No.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good.
跟小水桶在一起，小水桶不会背叛你，好不好？各位，你们想想看，现实生活中那么危险，可小水桶会做什么？小水桶什么都不会做，他只会给你一个良好的建议，告诉你所有一切。小水桶不会背叛你，好吗？各位。因为有一个哎。
That the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here, said the bucket. Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
跳了下去会死啊！我不要跟小水桶死在这个地方啊！小水桶，我们走喽。
Now pick up the phone, said.
我们这就重蹈覆辙了。
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket.
哎呀，这真的是最后一次了，各位，真的最后一次了，最后一次。我发现我上去消失了。
This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
啊，小水
The
桶。
good old bucket, just Stanley and the bucket.
对，只有我跟我的小水桶跟一个很吵的旁白。Go，小水桶。 注意看这个水桶太，这个水桶真太。
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
小水桶想要去哪里？左边还是右边？选左边好了。走吧，小水桶。你要我粉碎我的小水桶？你开什么玩笑？谁都不能叫我粉碎我的小水桶。 都换水桶。
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
好了。
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, he taken that risk. All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe.
No, 我没有疯，我有小水桶。
I am crazy.
我有小水
He
桶。
looked down
我
at the
今
bucket
天
in his
等一
arms.
下直播
And
结
went
束完
crazy.
我就去 take 经纪人问他说，我可以养小水桶吗？我可以拥有水桶吗？没有错，我的引导，我的智慧的来源，好不好？
He held the bucket close, yet felt none
没有
of its
水桶
familiar
还是原本的
reassurance
水
and
桶。
comfort.
No,
And that's when Stanley realized,
不准你胡
this
说。
isn't my bucket. It's
没有，
just
这
a
就是我的水
normal,
桶。
everyday bucket.
这就是
Someone
我的水桶。
else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket?
这
This
是
is
我
all
的
terribly
水桶。
wrong. Surely no good would come from this.
水桶。
Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket?
我的水桶。
Now he noticed
我的水桶不
the
见
room were repeating, which was of course very odd.
No.
Now he felt himself floating off
水
the
桶。
ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must
我的
find
水
it.
桶。
Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
我的水桶呢？
Stanley, Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
水
Could
桶
it。truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
Come to me, Stanley. Find
在
me.
哪里？
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend.
水桶呢？
It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket
No,
was in
但我要我的水桶。
wrong. It was incredibly painful.
我水桶呢？
Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
哦，水桶。我的水桶不用3C 呀。
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
水桶 ，no
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
no，我的
She
小水
rose,
桶。
got dressed, picked up her
对，这些
bucket
流
of
浪
comfort
桶
and
才不是我的
security
桶
and
桶。
walked to her place of work.
但是有水桶。
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man
这个女
who
人
had
怎么会有
stumbled
水
through
桶？
town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was.
我的水
This
桶。
man had no bucket. Of course, he'd gone
What the
mad,
fuck?
ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a
Okay.
video game. It could all have been prevented if
对，
only
我的水桶
he'd
不
taken
见
his
了。
bucket with
我
him.
的水桶不见了。
Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten
我
his
才没有
bucket
把
at
水
home
桶
in
放
the
在
first
家里，
place.
我没有。
How cruel the world
我
could be,
没有。
Mariella thought. And she hugged her own
把我的
bucket
水
and
桶
grew tighter.
还给
But
我。
of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing
把我的
problems
水
she
桶
would soon have to confront at work.
我
For
的
which
水
her
桶。
bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself. My life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to
一
work.
路后空翻去上班，哇哦，哇哦，哇哦！好了，好了，真的修了，哥们，真的修了，真的。哎呀，放大我跟我的小水桶。好了，谢谢大家来今天来看我跟我的小水桶啊，玩的好开心啊！我还有一个新朋友啊，水桶。各位，水桶啊，同样谢谢大家，谢谢大家。今天过得很开心，跟大家介绍一下，这是我的小水桶。呀，喜欢的话大家帮我按个赞，谢谢大家。辛苦了，可以辛苦我吗？可以辛苦我吗？你哥们啊，你哥们啊。然后明天会玩到这只海，晚上8点。哎呀，会在，哎不对，我会开台，没因为我会开台，对，就这样，明天会开台。好累啊！好了，我们去 我们去 Saki 那里好不好？我们去 Saki 那里。谢谢大家，谢谢大家，谢谢大家看我。啊，去洗澡啦！大家晚安，大家晚安。跟水桶说拜拜啊！跟水桶说拜拜啊！帮水桶按个赞啊！大家晚安，大家晚安，拜拜。你们去 Saki 那里要礼貌呢，晚安。